All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about your shooting starting five with the number one, and that's going to be your base. Okay, so your base, let's take a look at our feet. When we say base, a lot of people, that's where they go to, but there's a little bit more to it than just your feet. Okay, so I like to find something on the wall. If you have a piece of tape, or here's a pillar for me to make this as a target. It's a pretty thick target, but you can make as thin a target as you want to, like a thin layer of tape. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make sure, first of all, that your feet are hip width. Okay, you don't want your feet to be too wide in a sumo stance. That's too wide, and you also don't want your feet to be too narrow. Okay, you want to find that sweet spot, and your feet need to be, if you don't know where your hips are, right here. So your feet should be right underneath your hips. Okay, so the second thing is you need to line up your target line. Okay, there's a target line on your body. Okay, and that goes through your shooting hip. Now I'm a lefty, so I'm referring to my left hip, my left shoulder, and my left shooting eye. There's a line that goes right through that. Now my line, my shooting line, needs to line up with my target. So if I'm shooting here at this target, okay, I need to make sure my left hip, my left shoulder, my left eye, they all align. Okay, now what that's going to do to your feet is it's going to put your feet at a slight angle. Okay, you can see my feet have to just rotate just slightly just to get there, but you can see that when I go up, okay, my hand obviously is in line, but the biggest thing here is before we even start shooting that ball is just making sure our feet are hip width. We have our hip, our shoulder, and our shooting eye lined up to the target, which is going to move your feet just slightly. And then the third thing is making sure that your shoulders are level. So if I'm here facing you, okay, for my shot, and I'm, leaning one way or another way, you need to make sure that your shoulders are level. Okay, that's one aspect that I believe is overlooked, is the shoulders. We spend so much time focusing on the feet, we forget to look at the shoulders, and some shooters will be here, here, all over the place. Make sure you have level shoulders. Okay, so those three things: feet are hip width. Okay, line up your target line, okay, through the hip, the shoulder, and the shooting eye, and make sure the shoulders are level. Okay, that is the shooting starting five, number one.